I told you, Paul Revere. Now this is no bump steer. It's from my hand.
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads, and along with Drew Forrester, we'll go through the Monday, August the 20th, or first Monday, first P&E Monday, August the 21st races. We do have 8 races on tap, 2 stakes races on the Monday program, and we're going to start things off with the field of
2-year-old fillies. Only 3 of them. It is win wagering only. Yeah. According to the
it is win wagering only. I'll kick it off. Number 1, Largo. I think I'm going to go with. At least there is wagering on this particular 3-horse race. Yeah. But Largo looked good in a very fast heat. It was won by Nightly Pleasure. Horse had worked farther. This horse has had a couple of 5/8 since the race. Goes on Lasix. Going to have to run against 2 Greg Tracy runners, so we'll see what happens in the race. But I think Street Made would be the better of the 2. Put Brecken's Command in for 3rd. Obviously not. It's the opening leg of the pick 4, and I went 1-3-2.
I don't have much to add. I really liked Largo last time. A well-bred daughter looking at Lucky. They paid a good price for it. The BC sale, the Hepburns.
It was a sale. It was the co-sale. There was like 3 horses that year that went for 50 grand, and this looking at Lucky.
I thought it was a good effort in her first start against the boys. Goes on the Lasix program. Mark Cluche.
He's going great guns.
Amadeo Perez. Yeah. Largo on top, and I agree. I think Street Made is the second best, or like the best of the 2 Greg Tracy runners. I guess same numbers as you, same more at 1-3-2 in the first. On to the second, 3 and up, claiming $4,000, going 6.5 furlongs.
Do we have a scratch? Number 2, Sir Barkley is out.
Yeah.
The 2, Sir Barkley is out of this race. So.
Non-winners of a race or non-4 lifetime. I had some trouble with this one. I mean, you can make a case for about everybody in here. I went to the 5 Cowboy Phil. I mean, he's just been rock solid this year. Mm-hmm. He's only missed the board once. That was by a neck. Like, even when he's getting beat ahead. He wins by a neck, wins by a nose. He's just a street fighter. He's always right there. I got him on top of Ambidextrous Duke. There is a fair bit of pace in here, and that could play into Ambidextrous Duke's hands. You got Adams River Run is quick, Cowboy Phil's quick, Rock Concert. That could set up well for Ambidextrous Duke, so I want him on my ticket. I got him in the second spot. And I put Adams River Run. It was a 4-non-3, but looked very professional, beating a couple of tough old horses, Mighty Mason, Ebony Warrior, in his first start back. And that was a few weeks ago, jumping right into the deep end of the pond, running against horses that have been running multiple times this year. I was impressed with that run, so I didn't want to leave him out. 5-3-1. I did leave out Rock Concert. That might have been a mistake, but I could only take 3. 5-3-1.
Yeah, I went to Rock Concert. I think this horse gets the trip in here. I think he's going to get the lead.
He's on the outside.
He's as fast as anyone. Adams River Run has some speed, but 23-48, and that's not really blazing speed. Cowboy Phil has speed, but I just think Rock Concert has the best speed of anyone. And he's run his best races when he's on the outside. He gets to dictate things from the outside, and he can just kind of gallop up. And I think it'd be pretty dangerous at the $4,000 level. So I put him in the winner's circle. I think if there is a pace stool, I think the 3 Ambidextrous Duke's going to be pretty dangerous. He did have to check a little bit on the stretch turn. Yeah. He did have a chance to re-rally, but he didn't. But sometimes horses, when they do check once, especially the cheaper horses, they don't re-rally. And he just hung the last part. But if he gets a clear run, I think Ambidextrous Duke can win the race with the right kind of trip. And I put Photo Finish Cowboy Phil in for 3rd. And he's had 5 races. He's been in the Photo Finish camera in all of them. But he's had a great season.
He's always
so
right
far.
there. He's cool.
But I went 7-3-5 in race number 2. On to the 3rd. Allowance race for 3-year-old fillies, going a mile on the 16th, prepping for the BC Oaks. I went to the 1 Yukon Bell, and she'll be happy to be rid of Dazzling Dawn this particular time, but didn't get the best of trips last time, and there is a rider change. Antonio Reyes, who did ride the filly as a 2-year-old, will be back aboard, and was an uninspiring 3rd last time. Runs her best races when she's prominent early, was taken out of the race a bit last time, and perhaps that's why the change came forth. But Yukon Bell, I think, will be on the head end or close to the front end. It'll be pretty dangerous against this group of fillies. But the 2 Babies Got Track, who did beat her in that last race in the Hong Kong Jockey Club, scooted up the inside just a nip 2nd, and she has to be respected. She's a nice filly that continues to run big races. Enrique Gonzalez will ride her today. And I put the 5-horse Good Luck to You, who got wrestled back last time. Didn't get another one that that she wants to run on. She's a filly that just wants to be left alone, get off her mouth, don't rein her in too much.
Make one run.
And she's got reined in last time, and she fought the rider again, like she did 3 starts back. But she's a better filly. We just let her roll, and I think they'll do that. 1-2-5.
I don't have much to add. I mean, Yukon Bell, whenever she gets out of stakes company, as we saw earlier this year in the optional 25, she's the best filly.
Well, she's dangerous in stakes company, but just Dazzling Dawn is like...
Dazzling Dawn is very tough. And like I say, when she does get that dip out of it, she's pretty much money. That's why I went to her. Going long, too, which is going to help her cause. Baby's Got Track. If anybody does upset, Yukon Bell will be the favorite. If anybody does upset her, it's going to be Baby's Got Track. She's got the ability to do it, as we saw last time with them. Really, she's kind of a Rodney Dangerfield. Doesn't get a lot of respect, but,
she runs great races.
She always runs.
Right.
Yeah, she's always right there. And if anybody does upset Yukon Bell, it's Baby's Got Track. I got her in the second spot, and I'm with you. Good luck to you. Looks to be the best of the rest. I went 1, 2, and 5. Same as Mike in the third race. On to the fourth, $16,000 claimant event for 3 and up Colts and Geldings, field of 6 in here. And I did go to the outside Corky's Luck. There looks like there will be some pace on here with Born at the Track. The odds are good. Southern Casanova is prominent early. And Corky's Luck looked very professional last time. Won comfortably, too. Won by over 2. Got a 78 buyer under Richard Hamill, who sticks with him. I got Corky's Luck on top of Born at the Track, who's run very good races all year long. Look at that, 5 starts, a win, 2 seconds, 2/3. Hasn't missed the board. Peter Milber's done a very good job with him. David Lopez sticks with. I got Born on the Track in the second spot. And after that, last year's reward, Southern Casanova could move forward, but I'm not giving up my old friend Burnham.
Why not?
Hasn't had very good trips. Now moves to Enrique Gonzalez. I threw him in the third spot. He needs to wake up, but he's a cool horse. Not quite giving up on him yet. I went 6, 1, and 4.
Yeah, I really like the 2 horse in here. The odds are good. He's, to me, the best sprinter in the race. He's coming out of the dirty, tough races.
Tough 25s, yeah.
Captain Jones, Twist Grips, Coulterberry are miles better than the balance of this field. I just worry if he's been beaten up a little too much in his races where he's
trying to get back
hopefully,
on form.
it's tough to get back on form. But I think he's the fastest of the bunch. He's going to get the lead. He's going to be really tough to catch. I mean, his prior race was a mile and a 16th, but his prior race to that, he barely got beat by Coulterberry and Dashing Dawn. Once again,
25 tougher
way
horses,
better horses than what he's running against. So
Length
I got to go.
by
The odds are
BC
good to defeat Corky's Luck, who ran huge last time. The horse ran a monster race, just looping the field and winning comfortably last time under Richard Hamill. And I agree with Born at the Track. I put that one in for third. I went 2, 6, and 1, but I really like the odds are good to defeat Corky's Luck. On to the fifth race. This is the boys' end of the CTHS Sales Stakes. 6.5 furlongs here. Got a field of 8 signed on. The 7-horse European has been pretty solid this year. Good third last time to He's the Reason and Boundary Bay. I know it was just a small field, but still, those are far better horses than what he's facing. His last 2 races have been very good. He's come back to work well, gets leading rider. There's a lot of things, leading
upside,
state trainer, Dino Condolinos. There's a lot of things to like about European. I think this horse will be pretty dangerous. Put the 2-horse Weekend Wizard in for second. Pretty impressed with his debut. Son of Rossburg got a Gold Sale Goal, cost quite a bit of money, but looks like they're going to get their money's worth. This horse ran very good, going 3.5. Goes on first time Lasix. Looks like this guy's got a lot of ability, and I don't mind Weekend Wizard at all. And I put the 5-horse Sluice the Boss, who did win maiden special weight in his last start a couple weeks back, and looked good doing it, coming from off the pace. I see a bit of speed in here, and I just really wanted to go with the off the pace horses, and I went 7, 2, and 5.
I'm with you almost identically. I really like European in here. I know Hamill was high on this horse the first time he rode him. Ran very good behind Take the High Road. Ran a huge race that day. Came back, as you mentioned, only beat a length behind He's the Reason and Boundary Bay. Our 2 best 2-year-olds
They're
here.
best top 2-year-olds right there. He's the Reason is the best one right now.
Yeah, and he only got beat a length. So I got him on top. I just switched your bottom 2. I went to Sluice the Boss. He's out of that good mare Slough Pass. He's got a lot of upside, was very professional coming from off the pace in his first start, and he could take a step forward for trainer Mel Snow. He's definitely live in here. And Weekend Wizard, as you mentioned, he was bet right down in his first race and ran impressively. And see how Largo runs in the first race. If she absolutely crushes that field,
well, the Nightly Pleasure race, I think, will be a very alive race.
Yeah.
I think you'll see a lot of horses
get a lot of winners come out of there. Well. I'm with Mike, just a little bit different. 7, 5, and 2 for me in the 5th. On to the 6th. $8,000 claimant event. 3 and up. Non-winners of 3 lifetime. I went to the 5 here, Laguna Blaze. A really pro effort last time going a mile 16th. Only got beat 3/4 behind Sunset Drive and Torneador. Only beat a neck by Torneador. I do have those two. I had Torneador in there, but I threw him out actually. Sorry, but I like Laguna Blaze. There was a second.
That's the worst. Yeah.
He's been improving every race for trainer Carl Lawson, who's had dreadful luck this year, but I think it returns to form here. He gets on the board with Laguna Blaze. I put Peace Arch, who at this level 2 back only got beat a length behind We Found Gold. Came back and set the pace the whole way in that mile and 3/8 race. Did get fade a little bit, which there's no shame in that, but he should rebound into 8 and on 2 going long well. For trainer Rob Gilker and Amadeo Perez, got him in the second spot, and I threw Santa Fe Trail in for the cheapest price of his career. Comes out of that same Laguna Blaze race. He's kind of hit or miss horse. He runs a big one, then a bad one, but I'm hoping that with leading rider Hamill aboard today, that he rebounds with a good effort. 5, 10, and 8 for me.
Yeah, I agree with the 5 and 10. I think those are the two horses in here. Laguna Blaze, I agreed. Just because of the posts, I went Laguna Blaze to win it. Good third last time, as you mentioned, behind Sunset Drive, and a little better company. The 10 Peace Arch, shortening up after that mile and 3/8 race. He did have to. It wasn't a fast pace, but he still was being chased the whole way. His race prior was I thought, really good behind We Found Gold. That's a winning race at this level. That was just unlucky to hit We Found Gold at that particular price. He happened to drop down from 16. But those are your two horses. Then it was a big gap for me to the next horse.
Next?
A 5 and 10 for me are like here, and then it's down here to the rest. I put the two Perfectly Reckless. Mario Gutierrez rode this one for Dave Milburn.
I had a good long look at him.
And that was a tougher company. His race prior than that, he had no real pace to run at, and he ran okay, but he's interesting too. But I went 5, 10, and 2 in race number 6. On the 7th race, an allowance race for 3-year-old Colts going a mile and a 16th. One of their final preps before the BC Derby. Everyone's trying to get established and get enough money to get into the BC Derby, which will be run on September the 9th. We do have 9 talented youngsters here going that mile and the 16th distance, and I ended up on the 4-horse Driller. I thought his race behind Hunter's Appeal last time was better than looked. He chased a hot pace. I don't think it's going to be as hot today. And his last 2 races, actually all his races this year,
his races
very good.
All his races
He's a
career
nice,
quite good.
Nice horse Driller.
Yeah.
And he just got, pace scenario, post, little things kind of got him beat. And he still ran a credible race. I like Driller to defeat Hunter's Appeal, who just absolutely ran off the charts at long odds last time when the blinkers were added. But probably more importantly, the distance
He went
change.
long, yeah.
Long is what this horse wants to do, and Hunter's Appeal has to be respected in this spot. And I put the 6 Handsome Chef, another one wants to run long. Looks like there could be a bit of a pace in here that could help Handsome Chef when you have the 1 Slicky Boy, the 2, the 3, the 8, the 9. There's a lot of pace horses. There's a lot of pace horses in here. And I just thought 4, 7, and 6 were your horses.
I agree. I mean, it's 4, 7 for me, 7, 4. I went with Hunter's Appeal. That first stretch out, I was very impressed, beating top 3-year-old AP Zona. And kudos to Sahin Savachi.
What a great ride, too. He's actually ridden a bunch of good races, Savachi.
I've watched that replay a couple times, and he rode that horse perfect. He gave him every shot to win, and the horse responded and did win for him. So I'm going to go back to Sahin Savachi. It was his first stakes win. He hasn't had he's a hard-working rider, gets mounts, but doesn't get a lot of the top horses here, and I think he's got a really nice 3-year-old here, and good luck to him. I got him on top of Drillers. You mentioned me. Drillers always right there. 9 and 10, lifetime in the money. The only time that he didn't hit the board was in the Futurity last year. Other than that, he's money. Has to be respected. I got him in the 3rd spot. After that, I threw in Straight Remark. He was setting all those early fractions last time. 22 and
set him up for
4, 46 and 3, and I'm hoping that without those crazy fractions, Richard Hamill sticks with him, that he could definitely be more of a factor in here. I went 7, 4, and 3. He is a nice goal. On to the 8th, maiden 4,000 for fillies and mares. Going 6.5 furlongs. Big field of 11. And I did go to the 3 Oh So Quick for trainer Glenn Todd. Another one, she's been right there in all 3 starts. 2nd, 3rd beaten a length, 2nd beaten a half last time by Alder Glory. Has to break through one of these days, and it's not an overly tough field, so I'm going with Oh So Quick over the 8 cash spiel. 14-time maiden, and just when you give up on her, she's 20 to 1, then she runs up and gets beat a half a length. So
there's a nose between her and Oh So Quick.
Yeah, so you got to have her in there. God knows what's going to show up, if it's going to be the 6 beaten by 4, or if it's going to be the 3rd beaten a half. I don't know.
Reliable.
But I'm going to keep her in there. And threw the 10 in for young trainer Christine Aman. Danny O. I thought comes out of that same race and was not far behind Oh So Quick and Cash Spiel last time, and came from absolute clouds, made up a lot of ground, only got beat 3/4, and that was really the best race of her career. Now switches to top rider Amadeo Perez, and that could be the tonic that she needs. 3, 8, and 10.
Yeah, I agree with the 3. Oh So Quick. I mean, this horse has had some dreadful. It had the 11 hole last time. It was like brutal, and it just
That's why I didn't
kind
like,
of cheaper
that's
horses.
why I didn't like the 11 in here. I know.
I know. These kind of horses don't need the 11 hole, and it definitely gets them beat because they're marginal at best, and they try hard, but they're limited in ability. So the 11 hole is the last thing they need. That's what happened to Oh So Quick, and she still ran admirably, and ended up running second. So I got to take her to win it. Put the 11 Seagold. I'm not going to give up on that one. I know I'm not a big fan of the 11 hole.
But 11.
Of course, but the 11 hole is a little tricky. If Richard Hamill can get her out of there and get into position, that was a way better race against Carol's Command.
Yeah.
Those are tougher horses. She's probably your favorite, but still, you're right. You have to deal with the outside post, and I agree with the 8. Cash Spiel. I went 3, 11, and 8 to close out the Monday afternoon or twilight card at Hastings. Once again, first post is at 5 o'clock. Here's a look at our selections. Here's a quick recap. Back in race number 1, I did go to the 1, Largo, in the 3-horse event, 1-3-2. Definitely we're going to get the try in that one. Race number 2, I went to the 7, Rock Concert, 7-3-5. Race number 3, I went to the 1, Yukon Bell, 1-2-5. Race number 4, the 2, the odds are good. Over the 6, Corky's. Really like 2 and 6 in there, 2-6-1. Race number 5, I went to the 7, European. 7, 2, and 5. Race number 6, I went to the 5, Laguna Blaze over the 10 Peace Arch. But definitely 5 and 10 would be the top 2 for me there. I went 5, 10, and 2. Race number 7, I went to the 4, Driller to rebound, maybe to defeat the 7 Hunters Appeal, 4, 7, 6. And the 8th and final, I went to the 3, Oh So Quick. I'm going to go with the old 3, 11, 8.
On to my pick, so we go back to the first. I agree with Mike. Number 1, Largo. The stake kicking off the card over the 3 and the 2. In the second, I went to the very tough number 5, Cowboy Phil, over the 3 and the 1. In the third, I agree, Yukon Bell, number 1, over the 2 and the 5. In the fourth, I went to the 6, Corky's Luck, over the 1 and the 4. In the fifth, number 7, European, the other sales stake. Really like him, over the 5 and the 2. In the sixth, number 5, Laguna Blaze, over the 10 and the 8. In the seventh, nice prep for the BC Derby. I went to the 7, Hunter's Appeal, who just won the Sir Winston Churchill, over the 4 and the 3. And the nightcap, I agree with Mike on number 3, Oh So Quick, over the 8 and the 10.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner. Our next live card will be next Friday night, 7 o'clock. There'll be 2 more stakes races on the Friday night. We will have the CTHS sales stakes for 3- and 4-year-old fillies, 3- and 4-year-old colts and geldings. There'll be 2 stakes races on the Friday night program, so it should be a lot of fun. I think you'll see Dazzling Dawn as in one of the races. Of course, our current horse of the year and
absolutely.
top filly.
And the Older Boys is a wide open one. That'll be a very interesting race.
Yeah, I think you got Lord Vancouver, BC Charlie. There's some interesting horses heading into the 3 and 4-year-old colts and geldings CTHS sales stakes. But we will have two $50,000 stakes races for you next Friday night, starting at 7 o'clock. Well, if you can't make the races on Monday, please come on out here to the Derby Barn.
Yes, we are open. We are open for the. We are open till the last. We will be open for all Hastings cards, of course. So we are open this Monday evening.
That'll do it, as I said, for this edition of Handicappers Corner. And we'll see you next time on the Friday edition. On behalf of Drew, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time here at the Derby Bar and Grill.